Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is TBR Schmitt, and this is my wife Samantha.
Hello.
And today we are watching The Prestige. What do you know about this movie?
Not a lot. I was getting this movie confused with a different movie about magic.
Yeah.
With Isla Fisher.
Yeah, I forget what the name is of that one, but they like rob a bank or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the only thing they have in common is it's both about magic.
Right.
I think. So we have Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Directing, and then we have Hugh Jackman
and Christian Bale and Scarlett Johansson.
Yes.
So a great cast, great director.
And this won our drama Patreon poll.
So we would like to thank our patrons for voting for this to win our drama Patreon poll. I'm really excited. I mean, we've definitely seen a handful of Christopher Nolan films.
Yes.
Probably a lot of the bigger ones that came out more recently.
Right. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking like Inception.
Right. So I think this is an older one that we just skipped over.
Yeah. And by older, we mean early 2000s.
Right. So really not that old.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely looking forward to checking this out.
Yeah, me too. This has been getting a lot of praise on our Patreon page. So I'm very excited to see it.
Yeah. So if you would like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we have reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on our Instagrams, Twitch, or Twitter, all those links are in the description as well. And with that, let's get into the movie. It's a lot of hats.
Are you watching closely?
Does that mean we missed something?
Yeah, right? I guess not close enough.
Every magic trick consists of 3 parts.
Oh, Michael Caine. Jeez Louise.
You don't really want to know. Making something disappear isn't enough. You have to bring it back. The prestige.
Okay.
You just die?
Yeah, I feel like it.
Borden, watching Mr. Angier drown.
Wow, what a start.
Borden must have placed it under the trapdoor after the interview.
How do you think Mr. Borden was able to move the tank?
Yeah, he didn't move it. He just walked down there. It was already there.
If I reveal the method here, then the trick is worth...
I might be able to judge their relevance to the case. Might this be an acceptable compromise?
Man, so interesting. He can't reveal the truth or else he loses money.
Check the locks. Twice.
I feel like we're going to have to watch super carefully.
I know. I'm already anticipating me missing so much.
How much for my tricks?
£5,000.
Well, I wouldn't forgive myself for selling my greatest trick.
Even for your daughter.
Was that his daughter?
As a show of good faith. Thought it might be of interest. Robert Angier's diary. He mounted a version of the transported man. Better, even, than your original.
Whoa.
What's your secret, Mr. Borden? Consider your daughter.
So I thought Michael Caine was working with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, so did I.
But I think Michael Caine works with Christian Bale.
It'll still take months to translate his writing. All my passion is equal to the task.
So he's trying to recreate Christian Bale's trick. Eventually I'll remember their names.
Which I think then is what he trapped him doing that trick?
Yeah, I guess. He was like duplicating his trick and then died doing it.
The peak is close, sir, for scientific experimentation.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm here.
I mean, it did involve quite a bit of electricity.
The sounds.
Right? Whoa.
Not the welcome I was expecting.
Oh man, Andy Serkis?
You're the great Dan Todd.
I've come to see Tesla. He made a machine for a colleague of mine some time ago. Brought a lot of money. I'll be staying at the hotel. Indefinitely.
Man, I didn't know Tesla was in this too.
Borden's journal entry.
Man, how did he get his journal? Okay. So this is the same tank that he died in, right?
It might be. Same type, at least. She even wet?
Boring. Milton has gotten success, whatever that means.
So these two worked with each other.
Langford double will hold tighter.
The rope swells up, she won't be able to slip it.
Borden, he said no. No knot's better than me, do you?
Listen.
I mean, why change the knot if it works? Bolton seems to want to keep pushing the boundaries.
Right.
Watch your sight lines. If I can see you kissing your wife's leg every night...
Oh, okay. That kiss on the leg makes a little bit more sense now. Alright, gotta figure out the goldfish trick.
You're wrong. You can't be. No, this is a performance. This is why no one can detect his method.
It's not really old and slow. Wow. Really? keeping it between his legs?
I've thought of a name for you.
Oh.
The Great Danton. Sophisticated.
It's French.
Isn't that what he goes by?
I think so.
But what does he know of self-sacrifice?
Something gonna happen to her?
Yeah, I feel like it.
Thought he was gonna pick it up.
He's all right. He's fine.
But where's his brother?
Knew there was two.
He's my nephew.
Oh, so you're single.
You're the lucky one today.
Oof.
So they do die? Oh, they literally just get smashed? Jeez Louise.
The secret impresses no one. The trick you use it for is everything.
I'll use a cup of tea. Milk and sugar.
Oh, what? That's cool and creepy.
This wasn't built by a magician. This was built by a wizard.
Tesla?
This water tank was of particular significance to these two men.
Something must go wrong with this tank and her, I feel like.
If you would tie her wrists, bind her feet.
Oh, is he gonna change the knot?
And then she won't be able to slip it? No way.
Are either of you two gentlemen set?
Why? I don't feel like this changes the illusion at all.
Oh, man.
He's gonna watch his wife just drown in this?
Oh, he's ready.
Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. Break it.
Julia!
Wow. For what? Just to try a different knot. Man, Alfred's super responsible for that.
Which knot did you tie?
I'm sorry, I just don't know.
You don't know?
He knows what knot he tied.
Run-of-the-mill daring spectacular bullet catch. It's safe, I promise.
The one that they said not to do.
How's that?
Well, tell me how you do it.
No, I can't do that.
Can't even tell your girlfriend, wife.
And the bullet. The bullet is not even in the gun.
Once you know, it's actually very obvious.
Dangerous. I mean, people still get killed doing that.
Well, how?
Why would you?
Somebody could put a bullet down there. Don't worry.
You just convinced her it's safe, and then you're immediately like, oh, it's still super dangerous.
Because he's obsessed with being impressive.
Yeah.
Maybe today you're more in love with magic than me. The days it is true means something.
Wow. Maybe he wants to put a real bullet in there? I wouldn't blame him if he wants to go kill Alfred.
It's a rough crowd.
Yeah, they just want to see him catch a bullet. Oh, he definitely put something in there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's... Do you not realize who that is?
No, I think he just did.
Which knot did you tie, Borden?
Woo!
The other half convinced that I tied the leg for double. I could never know for sure.
So he even writes in his journal that he doesn't know?
Yeah.
How can he not know?
He must know what he did. He must.
They're both reading each other's journals.
I don't understand how it can be bleeding again.
Oh, lost 2 fingers.
What tricks can you possibly perform with this kind of injury?
This is his left hand, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And who's going to hire the engineer that killed Julia Mc...
Someone who knows it wasn't your fault.
Bad luck catching the bullet south of the river.
It's a dangerous trick, that one.
Makes sense why these two would work with each other.
You've got to get your hands dirty if you're going to achieve the impossible.
Man, I didn't know magicians killed so many birds.
Take that one there.
Man, what a contraption.
Breathe as little as possible.
Dang. I wonder if she knows what happened to the last assistant.
Probably not.
Pretty assistant is the most effective form of restoration.
Does it not kill the bird then?
I don't know.
You best not be intending to hurt this animal, Monsieur Auger.
Thought you said I had to get my hands dirty.
Well, someday perhaps you will.
All right. No more dead birds.
If your tricks don't get him in, somebody else's will. A bullet catch or a water escape?
Yeah, pretty dangerous tricks from what we've seen. Man, that crazy contraption just to take the cage away.
Yeah.
And save the bird.
Fingers crossed. I'll have the champagne ready.
Oh man, I'm so nervous for every trick to go wrong and somehow kill someone or something.
One hand on the top.
Oh no! How do they keep... Holy crap.
Butcher birds and break my customers' fingers. Clear out.
How the fuck do they keep showing up in each other's shows and just ruining everything?
Change the name of the act. The name stays.
Yeah, it's sentimental.
The new trick's gonna have to be irresistible, right? Engineers, scientists, that sort of thing captures the public's imagination.
I cannot believe that they just keep showing up and sabotaging each other. It's like you already killed his wife.
I know.
And he took 2 of your fingers.
Yeah.
I thought it was a secret.
You're a magician. Who's gonna believe you?
Also, who's better at keeping secrets?
Tesla electrified the whole town in exchange for using the generators when we need them.
It's a pretty good payoff.
Whoa.
Where are the wires?
Exactly.
What? Dang, Tesla.
Magic. Real magic.
Real science.
Come one, come all, immediate ceasing, no.
Wow.
Superior alternating current. Let's rally.
Jeez, that was shocking.
I know.
Oh my god,
Whoa.
he's here. Tesla did get shafted by Edison. Just kill him already. Even though we know how it ends up. And he's gone. Oh. I'm gonna have sympathy for him now that he has a kid.
I saw happiness. Happiness that should have been mine.
Ooh.
The family life that he craves, one minute he rails against the next. His mind is a divided one, fickle and contradictory nature.
I mean, what happened to his wife, though?
Go and take it.
Huh. Ready to sell his secrets.
Yeah, do it for his daughter.
I'm gonna learn all the professor's secrets.
Only if I teach you how to read.
How'd you get so famous then, eh?
Oh man.
It's a quick way to become a legend in prison.
Perfectly safe.
Sounds like a nightmare. Jeez, what an entrance.
So, this is the great Denton. Hold out other hand.
Wow.
Quite capable of conducting and indeed producing energy.
Believe the things I did on stage, they wouldn't clap, they'd scream.
Cost of such a machine.
Price is not an object.
Just wants this machine.
The cost.
Cost your life.
Well, hasn't good come of your obsessions?
I am their slave, and one day they will choose to destroy me.
Wow.
Will you build it?
I've already begun to build it, Mr. Angie.
Well, he warned him.
Yeah, that was interesting. Cost versus price.
Right.
Borden thinks things are even between you two.
Even? My wife? For a couple of these fingers?
Doesn't sound very even.
I'm alone, and no theater will touch me.
Us. You're going to need a better disguise.
All right. She's in. They just keep putting different beards on.
He had a new trick. It was the greatest magic trick I've ever seen.
Wow.
The trick was too good. It was too simple.
Just went from one door to the other.
He wears padded gloves to hide his damaged fingers, but if you look closely, you can tell.
All right, Scarlett.
We can use it as a climax of the show.
Just need to figure out how to do it.
Right?
We've got to find someone who looks like you on stage. He doesn't use a dog. Wait for him to retire and buy the secret.
Let's get out there and find me.
Interesting.
Maybe he just wants the illusion of stealing his trick.
Right. Also, that line of like, wait for him to retire and then buy his secrets. What happens if he's not dead, but he just bought his secrets in the present time, now that he's in prison and needs to pay for his daughter? Like the ultimate gotcha. Fake my death and buy all your secrets.
Okay.
That's what I'm going with until I'm proven wrong.
I mean, I thought he watched him die.
I don't know. Maybe that's the prestige.
Darling, look at you.
Mr. Katzer, Mr. Angie, I'd like you to meet Gerald Root.
What?
Pleasure to meet you, fine gentlemen.
Same guy.
Are you laughing now?
That wasn't very funny.
He's an out-of-work actor.
He's perfect.
looks rough.
You found a softer one.
Well, it's not for sleeping on.
It's pretty good.
That was good.
I played Faust. How difficult could it possibly be to play the great Dan? I'd rather be him for now.
Sounds kind of dangerous,
Right?
actually.
Borden calls his trick the transported man.
Wow. Listen to the crowd roar. Okay.
I care about the man in the box.
Thank you.
He wants to be up there to get all the praise.
We could switch before the trick. That way I can be the prestige and Root ends up below stick.
We need your showmanship to build up the suspense.
What happens if he uses this guy to... This is the guy who drowns to death and dies. Maybe.
Ooh.
None of this is right.
I need to know how he does it.
Why?
So I can do it better.
Man, they just can't stop. He's already doing it better.
It's an obsession, yeah.
You'll be my spy.
He knows I work for you.
Yeah.
Why would he trust me?
Because you're gonna tell him the truth.
And also, it's like he's pimping her out.
Yeah.
They just can't stop trying to top each other.
Next week it'll be fine.
Tesla.
I mean, we had that opening scene where there was just a ton of hats.
He wants me to come and work for you and steal your secret.
Well, what does he need my secret for? And unless I'm mistaken, very drunk. Does he enjoy taking his bows under the stage?
Wow.
He thinks of nothing else. He takes no pleasure in our success, and I've had enough.
This is the truth, is it?
It very much is.
Root realised he can make demands.
Oh no, he's learning.
We don't do any tricks we can't control.
Makes sense.
Pay him whatever he wants for now. We keep doing the trick until Borden opens, and then we'll phase it out.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Pleasure of this rather welcome find of ale.
Uh-oh.
He's gonna like miss catching it and stumble.
Or he's not gonna be there.
No cheers.
When I incorporated this bloke into my act, he had complete power over me.
Wow.
Drop the curtain.
Just thank you for the warning.
Oh my god. Oh,
no!
Jeez, this war between magicians is insane. He can literally do whatever the hell he wants up here. Wow.
Go easy on the poor chap. He does try so very hard.
Wow.
Don't know how Borden found him.
Well, I mean, they tried to cut the act, and he didn't want to.
Makeup, glasses, wigs. We don't use any of the show, but I've seen it hidden backstage. He doesn't know when I'm looking.
All the time, Olivia.
Just like the one guy with the fish tank.
This is his diary.
It won't bring your wife back.
I don't care about my wife. I care about his secret.
Whoa.
Not even about that anymore.
Yeah. The obsession is ruining him.
I have fallen in love with him.
Then I know how hard this has been for you.
So is that why the wife is no longer in the picture? So he increased the fanciness of his trick by throwing in some electricity. What?
Saves me cutting you an air hole.
What? They just took his, like, assistant hostage in a coffin?
Keyword is the method. Alive! How fast can you dig? Alan! You hear me? Alan!
Whoa.
So the keyword is the method. What the hell's the keyword?
Magic?
Yeah, it didn't really take much to write.
I already know how he does it, Robert. You want something more.
I wonder if it just says real. Oh.
Obsession is a young man's game. I can't follow you any further in it.
Interesting.
Champagne, your finest.
I am going to bury myself and dig me up.
Did he just get inspired by digging up his friend?
Good night, Freddie.
Freddie, huh? His name is Alfred.
Well, that's my name.
Not at home. I see more secrets.
Yeah, he lost his Tesla secret.
Stop performing.
It's gotta be frustrating being with a magician.
Unexpected guests. Not very polite. They work for Thomas Edison.
Oh no.
Be so much more than he is, and I can show you how.
I need assurances of fidelity. But how to be sure? I know a way.
It's gonna test her?
She gave you this notebook at my request. Tesla is merely the key to my diary, not to my trick.
Oh my god.
How much time and money and everything did he just waste?
Yeah.
The machine simply does not operate as expected.
Where did my top hat go?
Damn thing a dozen times.
So duplicating the hats?
That's what I'm wondering, if it just keeps creating copies.
So now they're going live?
Because there's a ton of hats somewhere. So if it duplicates, maybe it duplicates him. Cat's okay. Is there another cat somewhere? He sees two cats outside.
Yeah, where's the cat going?
Oh, and he's going to find a bunch of hats there too. So it clones him, and the clone is the one that maybe died in the water. Tesla? Wow. So Alfred sent him here as a fake, but he ends up discovering cloning.
We'll send word when it's ready. Don't forget your hat.
Which one?
Well, which one is mine?
They're all your hats, Mr. Angier.
Holy crap. That's the greatest trick of all time. She's drinking quite a bit.
Each of us have our vices.
Alcohol for her and other women for you.
Obsession.
I will always love you, and you alone.
You mean it today?
Absolutely.
But not other days.
Would I talk to her, just convince her that I do love her?
Who is this, like,
yeah,
guy?
wait, so is there a bunch of them? A bunch of him, too?
I don't think so. Because Tesla never built anything for him. I don't know how he does his trick, but I don't think he's cloning himself. I'm just super curious who his, like, partner is. We, like, never really get a clear picture of him, and he never really speaks either.
I saw Fallon hanging around again. There was something about that man I don't trust.
Fallon, that's his name.
He protects the things that I care about.
I mean, maybe he's cloning himself a ton of times.
But Tesla did seem surprised.
Yeah. And this is after he's already developed his trick.
Right.
Oh, no. Edison. Man, just like how he got screwed at the end of the journal, I wonder if Alfred gets to the end and finds out the truth.
Tell Edison's man about the box.
No box.
Woo.
Such a thing will bring you only misery.
Oh, God.
Today I tested the machine, taking precautions in case.
You gotta find out where it goes.
Right.
Where the clone goes.
And then he has a gun to probably kill the clone right away. Oh, he's just doing himself first?
I must leave you, Borden, sitting there in your cell, awaiting your death for my murder.
Oh, my God. He did kill his wife.
These are worthless.
Yeah. You get the rest of it when you bring my daughter here.
Sarah, shut up!
I know what you really are.
Know what you really are? Who is this Fallon guy?
You think I bloody enjoy living like this?
He's wearing gloves.
No lies.
I mean, she does talk about, like, today you mean it, today you don't. It's almost like every day it's a different clone or something, and maybe the clone is just not, like, into her.
Do you love me?
No.
She's been saying that long before any of this started happening.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I definitely think there's something going on with that
Fallon
guy. And the fact that he wears gloves. Oh my God.
Wow. This is where he's been practicing?
I think so, yeah.
Line stagehands, I like it.
My last show.
Your last show? What sort of book are you after?
The sort the Borden can't ignore.
What do you do with all these clones, though?
I guess he must have practiced, but...
Practice at least once.
That's it, Cutter? There has to be
A prestige.
Exactly.
Is this him or the clone? Does it even matter?
Real magic.
They hadn't gotten the original to disappear.
Unless they fixed it in the time that they last. But yeah, I assumed it just stayed right there. Because in the beginning, doesn't he just fall through a trap hole right there?
He's got a new trick. They're saying it's the best London's ever seen. You should go to him. You two deserve each other.
Yeah, probably. It's definitely a show. A lot of spectacle to it. So is he drowning the clones every time?
But he's not backstage watching this happen.
No, so he must do this show a bunch of times. I thought he was only going to do it once.
Yeah, same.
What is going on under that stage? Huh?
Making him go crazy. I do think he's drowning every clone.
Blind stagehands.
Yeah.
They do this every night after each performance.
Get him so interested in the trick that he goes down there that one time and gets caught.
Don't go back there. You leave him alone. Both of us.
Does this whole cloning thing, buys his tricks in the present just to figure out how he did that one rubber ball trick. He did all this just to figure that one thing out. Is this it? This is the night?
Mm-hmm.
I'm part of the bloody action, fool!
Michael Caine never went backstage to see it. He doesn't know that there's clones every time. So when he sees this for the first time, he's going to legitimately think it was a murder.
How did he know to not come back out?
I don't know. Maybe he noticed him. Tried to save him. Maybe he noticed him when he was inspecting the machine and said, "Today's the day."
Alfred Borden,
Almost look like he's smiling.
you will be hanged by the neck until dead.
Oh my God, I didn't know that was the punishment.
Do you think I could talk to Lord Cordlow in person?
Out of the question.
Because it's the great Tantini.
Lord Coldlow with a little girl.
Oh my God, he's got the cane too.
Must be Lord Cowlow.
Gordon. Yes, I am.
This ain't a bloody competition anymore, Angier. This is my little girl's life.
How hard it is to have someone so special taken away from you, don't I, Borden?
Holy crap.
You always were the better magician. Maybe your secret was mine is better.
Oh.
They're gonna bloody hate me! You can put a stop to this now! If he's alive, I'm not guilty!
He looks insane. I mean, they literally have a body. Holy shit, he definitely got his revenge.
Wow.
Took his daughter.
Oh.
Cutter, I believe.
I'm going to make sure that machine is never used again. I tried not to involve you.
I mean, he did try not to involve him.
Are you watching closely?
Man, if he somehow escapes this execution... I mean, this device definitely needs to be destroyed. It is way too powerful.
I once told you about a sailor who described drowning.
As he said, it was like going home.
I was lying. It was agony.
Wow. That's brutal. That's about his wife. I feel like something's still gonna happen.
Yeah. A Fallon?
Yeah. Fallon's gonna go in there and kill him, probably. Ooh. What?
We were both Fallon. And we were both Borden.
Twins?
Cutter knew, but I told him it was too simple, too easy.
Simple, maybe, but not easy.
Oh. Oh my God, that's dedication.
I loved Sarah. He loved Olivia.
Wow.
She sacrificed Robert. That's the price of a good trick.
It took courage to climb into that machine. If I'd be the man in the box.
Right? You were the one dying. The one walking in was the one drowning.
It was the look on their faces.
That's brutal. Oh, hopefully this machine gets destroyed.
Making something disappear isn't enough. You have to bring it back.
Dang.
You want to be fooled.
All right. That was The Prestige. What'd you think?
That was so good.
That was really good.
I mean, but I'm like blown away. I feel like we just had so many theories.
We had so many stupid theories and almost none of them were correct. I mean, we slowly kind of got to the cloning part a little bit and maybe how he could trick Alfred. I mean, we were suspicious of Fallon, but I don't think at any point we were like, oh, they were twins.
No.
I mean, you do have that clue when Alfred is talking about like the commitment of that one guy with the goldfish, where he literally lives the trick 24/7.
Yeah.
And that's pretty early on in the movie, but they were already at that point probably doing their little twin trick.
From the very start.
Yeah.
They've always been one.
Yeah.
For as long as they've been magicians.
I mean, it was definitely a little bit harder to tell because the Fallon character seemed about like 50 pounds heavier than Alfred, but you know, whatever.
I mean, they had to, unless like one of them was always hiding away, like you had to
have a very good disguise.
Yeah.
But no, that blew my mind for sure. It had a little bit of everything. I mean, it definitely had the magic aspect of it. Then you had like the science aspect, but then you had like the, I guess, supernatural or whatever you would describe the whole cloning thing. Like that's not real. Maybe, I don't know, Tesla. So it was great because it's not like you were always just thinking about how could this be practically done.
Yeah.
There was that otherworldly aspect of it where it was like, man, anything could be happening. That's when we probably started going crazy, being like, oh man, Alfred is cloning himself too. He figured out how to clone before Tesla or something. It's like, no.
That was the only thing that I found like a tiny bit confusing was like the time jumps a little bit when they were reading through the diaries.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was an issue with the movie. I think I was just getting a little bit confused. And that's why I would jump to something like that. Like, oh, well, because Alfred was working with Tesla first, and it's like, wait, hold on. They were never actually working together.
Right.
I feel like with a second watch, I would catch so much.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Watching this a second time, you would probably notice so many things.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of clues. I mean, Sarah definitely gave us the biggest clue about you love me one day and not the next.
Absolutely. That was the biggest. This is not the same person every single time that we see them.
Which is crazy because technically Alfred never cheated on his wife. I'm sure he was always loyal to Sarah, and then Fallon was always loyal to Olivia, or vice versa. I don't remember.
Yeah, whichever one.
But yeah, so technically they never cheated.
Yeah.
It's a little weird too, because sometimes you watch a movie and you hope for like a good guy or something. I think everyone was a piece of shit in this movie, kind of. I mean, they were all so insanely obsessed. I mean, Alfred or Fallon, one of the two twins, absolutely did kill Robert's wife.
Yes.
Like, he was guilty of murder.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it was an accident. He didn't go in trying to murder his wife.
No, he didn't go in trying to murder, but I mean,
he still killed her.
His actions were unnecessary and he was told not to do them.
Yeah.
Still did it, and it led to Robert's wife being killed.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, like, one of the characters is essentially guilty of murder.
Right.
But then the obsession between the two magicians of constantly trying to sabotage each other, figure out each other's secrets. I mean, their obsession with each other destroyed the lives of the people around them.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I just couldn't believe watching them like step up every time. Like, you know, Robert shooting Alfred / Fallon, whoever went first.
Yeah, one of the twins.
Fingers off. Maybe that was kind of more valid because he murdered his wife.
Right.
But at that point, it should have been the end of it.
I don't know. I mean, they even had that one point where it was like, he murdered my wife and I took 2 of his fingers. It's not really fair.
Right,
like,
but if that's all he wanted to do was just take 2 of those fingers and that's what he did, it should have been the end of it. But then Alfred goes back. Like, so Alfred's the one that kept this whole thing.
Yeah, Alfred started it.
Yeah.
Then Robert took the 2 fingers.
Yeah.
Then Alfred went back and like maimed that bird and that other lady's fingers.
Yeah, she broke her fingers. Yeah. Ruined the show.
Right. And then I forget what happens back and forth, but also Alfred with the whole double aspect of it.
Yeah.
Ruined his show, broke his leg. So like for the rest of his life, Robert was like semi-handicapped and stuff. Like, they tortured the shit out of each other.
Oh, totally. They were obsessed with being the best.
So it's like you have technically Fallon is the lone survivor because 2 of them die, and he gets his daughter back, or he gets...
We don't even know if it's Fallon or Alfred.
The one that survived?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Because they kept switching.
Yeah, they kept switching. So maybe that's his daughter, or that's his brother's daughter.
I would assume whose ever daughter that actually is...
Was the one who died?
No, the one who's still alive.
Oh, you think? Okay.
I mean, I would if they got to make some kind of, but it's at the same time, like maybe it was whoever was at the show.
Right.
Because what if like you got arrested right on the spot?
Yeah, they probably didn't have time to pick which one of the twins is going to go to jail.
Right.
Yeah, because they probably got arrested and they stayed arrested, even though they were in trial and stuff.
Yeah.
But man, I mean, that was just wild.
Yeah, no, I feel like we could talk about this for a while because there was just like so much happening.
There was so much, especially like the little dialogue, like, are you paying close enough attention or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
I kept feeling like, man, I don't think I am. I gotta be missing something.
Yeah.
But I definitely enjoyed like the back and forth between the two magicians or three magicians. I mean, it was absolutely cutthroat what they were doing to each other. I mean, Olivia kind of got out all right. You know, she just kind of left. Maybe Sarah, when she tried to talk to Olivia, was going to tell her like, hey, there's actually two of them. There's twins.
Do you think she knew that?
Maybe. At the end there, she was talking about how like, I know who you really are and stuff like that. So we were thinking like clones, literally twins the entire time.
I know that, like, what is the saying? The easiest answer is usually the one or something like that?
Something razor or something, like the most logical answer is probably, that's probably what the answer is or something.
Whatever the saying is, we just went right past it.
And literally that was Cutter's role.
Yeah.
And he was just like, it's a double. Like, what are you talking about? Like, why are we wasting so much time and effort on this? There's two of them.
Yeah.
And Robert was just like, there's no way.
I know, we were told.
Cutter was literally like, this is really simple, everyone. It's literally just two people. And that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And somehow that is the most shocking twist of the movie.
Yeah.
Not the cloning. Like, you would think cloning would be the greatest twist. It's literally that there's just twins.
Yeah.
And it blows my mind.
And especially because, like, I feel like we did get a glimpse of Fallon early. Like, the first time we saw Fallon. And I was like, they look the same.
Yeah?
They look the same. And that's why my mind went to clone. Like, why would I not think twins?
I don't know. I mean, because for me, every time they put a disguise on, they literally just put on a different mustache.
Yeah, and they had
beard.
wigs.
And it was just like, how are you not noticing this person walking up on stage? It looks identical with just a different facial hair.
Yeah.
But the transition between Fallon and Alfred was pretty extreme.
Yeah.
I mean, you said that they did look similar.
I think it was literally like, I think we got a glimpse of the eyes or something because everything else was different. They showed the nose was different, facial hair was different. You had mentioned the weight.
I mean, you also talked about the gloves, the fact that he was always wearing gloves. So, you know, they really had to go to extremes so that they could be identical when they needed to, but completely different.
Well, and that was completely on Olivia. When Olivia was like, let me help you to get this trick like to the next level. You have something essentially on your body that's going to show that you are not a double.
That's true. I didn't even think about that. That's probably the timeline. I assumed they probably cut their fingers way earlier, but they were still wearing the gloves during that trick. So literally, Olivia's suggestion, whoever the brother was who had the fingers, that probably sucked. They were like, hey, look, this is really going to make the trick way better. We're going to need to cut those fingers off.
I mean, she wasn't wrong.
Nope.
I could just sit and think about this.
Oh yeah, I mean, this was definitely spectacular. It had you thinking and obsessed. I mean, sometimes you felt just as obsessed as the three magicians battling it out.
Yeah,
and
the cast was incredible.
Oh yeah, everyone just amazing performances. But yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the magic aspect, just some peek behind how tricks are kind of done, the illusions, the effort that goes into it, like that crazy bird cage contraption.
Yeah, or the fact that they were just actually killing.
Right. I think that's the craziest thing, is that it's sometimes just super simple. It's like, how do we pretend that a bird cage is flat? Oh, you literally just smash the shit out of it and kill the bird.
Yeah.
And that's the trick.
Yeah, which was crazy that little boy caught on.
Yeah.
to that. But I mean, I am a huge fan of magic. I think magic is super, super cool. So that aspect of the film, I already knew that I was going to love.
Right.
But obviously them bringing in like these alternate things, science, a little supernatural with cloning.
Right.
All of that like took it to the next level. But I really enjoy magic.
Yeah. I mean, it was really cool to see the simple stuff, the gruesome stuff, the supernatural stuff.
Yeah.
And the aspect of them constantly trying to one up each other and figure out each other's secrets, and the obsession, it really added to the intensity of the show, because so many times when we saw a trick, it was, oh, that's a cool trick, but it was also like, oh my God, how is this going to be sabotaged? How is this going to be duplicated or stolen? So there was so much more than just enjoying the magic.
Right.
It was another layer of anxiety to the show.
Yeah.
So I'm super glad that we were able to watch this and not let it escape our radar anymore.
Yeah, no, this was so good. I'm so glad we got it. I'm going to be thinking about this for a while.
Yeah, just like you said, it definitely feels like a movie to watch again.
Yeah.
I don't know if the payoff will be as grand.
No, but we could catch so many things that it would be like,
oh, there's a clue. There's a clue.
Yeah, like it would kind of be satisfying to capture all the things that we missed, all the clues along the way.
One of the other things that I really liked is kind of like the back and forth, even though it was a little confusing in the beginning with the journals.
Yeah.
Like how Robert kind of got to the end of Alfred's journal and it was pretty much like, fuck you, Robert. So then Robert pretty much wrote his own journal and was like, fuck you, Alfred, in prison. I got you.
But like even worse, like I'm going to have you hung for my murder when I'm not dead.
Yeah. I'm going to frame you for murder and then take your child.
Yeah. And then at the end there, was that a clone? That was a clone like left?
I think every single one of those cases probably had a clone in there. So
so they weren't disposing and using the same box again. They were taking the whole box away.
It kind of looked like, because it looked like there was like a dozen boxes down there.
Oh, you're
I was
right.
wondering what the hell they were doing with all those bodies, but
Yeah.
I guess they just kept filling that downstairs area with them.
Yeah.
And I think like one of the darkest things too is that the person walking into the machine who is getting cloned, that person knows what's going to happen and drops to the floor and then drowns in there.
Yeah.
Like you're knowingly have to commit suicide every night for your trick. Because that's what Robert said, that that was one of the roughest parts.
Yeah.
So that's just crazy.
All for the trick.
All for the trick. I mean, they definitely sacrificed everything in their lives to try to be the best magician. And not a very happy ending.
No, it was dark. It was dark. Most of the film was dark.
Yeah. But there's one magician left. He lost his twin, so he can't do a lot of tricks anymore.
No transportation tricks anymore. Nope. I did like how they kept renaming the trick. The Transportation Man, the original Transportation Man, the real Transportation Man. Like,
right.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah. I mean, this movie definitely tells you not to be obsessed about something or else it's just going to just ruin your life.
Yeah, literally.
It even ruined Tesla's life.
Yeah.
Getting hunted down by Edison.
Yeah.
But no, this was spectacular. I loved it.
Yeah, me too.
So if you'd like to see the full-length reaction to this, as well as everything else that we've reacted to, the link to our Patreon is in the description. If you would like to interact with us on any other types of social media, all those links will be in the description as well. And with that, peace everyone.
Bye.
Bye.